Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, my dear student. How are you? I hope you will fine. I'm your science teacher from Ismailia Youth Services School. Before starting the lesson, I have some instruction for you. Listen the instruction carefully. Don't raise the hand during the lecture. Use chat box if you have any query concerns. I will give you answers in last 10 minutes. Always your ID type very carefully and your write password carefully. If there is any disconnectivity during the lecture, so try to join lecture again within a 5 to 10 minutes. Okay. Now we come on the topic. Today our topic is the animal reproduction. Okay. In this slide, you can observe there are the different type of animals. Birds are here, sea animal are here, in land animal they are all here. Okay, they have a babies. Okay, you can observe there are the babies of them. Yes, same here, same in the birds. Okay, these all are the animal. They reproduce, means make copies of themselves. Okay. Now, the proper definition of the is reproduction as a process. Do you know about the reproduction? Reproduction is a process by which plants in animal, including humans, make copies by themselves. That is the proper definition of the reproduction. So everyone listen carefully. Reproduction is a process by which plants and animals, including humans, make copies by themselves. Okay. Now there are the pictures of the different types of the egg. You can observe these are the different types of the eggs of different animals. These are the eggs of the different animal. This is the ostrich, is a bird. Do you know about this is? Yeah, this is the bird. Ostrich egg is the largest egg. Ostrich egg is the largest egg, bird's egg. It weighs 1.5 kg. Its weight 1.5 kg. Kg means kilogram. That is the unit. Okay, 1.5 kg. It is a very big bird. Okay, ostrich egg is the largest bird's egg. Its weight is 1.5 kg. The smallest egg. This is the hummingbird. Do you know? It is a smaller than the sparrow. It is hummingbird. Okay. This is very small bird. The smaller egg is the hummingbird bird's egg, which weight is only half a gram. Which weight only a half a gram. Can these are the hummingbird's egg. And this is the largest egg of the ostrich. And this weight is 1.5 kg. Means 1.5 kilogram. Okay. 1.5 kilogram. Ostrich egg is the largest egg. Its weight is 1.5 kg. And this is the hummingbird. It's a very small bird, and its weight is its weight is half a gram. Okay, there are the different eggs. You can observe they have a different colors, they have the different shapes, and they have the different size. Okay, we have discussed the eggs are here which have the different color, shape, and size. Okay, now come on the next slide. In this slide, this is the instrument. This is called a microscope. Microscope is a instrument which is magnifying the images or pictures. Okay, this is the eggshell. Then we use the microscope, so we can observe on the surface of the shell there are the holes. In this picture you can observe in the next eye we cannot see the egg hole, but when we see with the help of this instrument, So there are tiny holes on the surface of the shell. Okay, these are very important. Shell holes you can observe in this picture. Okay, in a normal way we cannot see these holes, but when we use instrument microscope, so we can observe on the surface of the egg shell there are so many tiny holes. Okay, which it is very important. These holes are very important because it gave the permission to the air that can easily enter inside an egg. Okay, okay, there is another picture. In this picture, this is your book picture. There is an egg. Okay, this is the when we break the egg. So the outer covering of the egg is called shell. Good, and the yellow part inside an egg is called yolk. Good, and the transparent or white egg. It's also called the white egg. This is called. This is transparent and it is called albumen. The scientific name is albumen. Normally we say egg white. It is not a white, it is a transparent. Okay, but in a scientific name we can say albumen. This is called the yolk. L will silent. Okay, so you say yolk. Y okay yolk. L will silent. So correct spelling you will write UYOLK. YOLK. Yolk. But L will silent, so you say yolk. Okay, and the egg white is called albumen. Okay, in this natural picture of the egg, when you break the egg, so you can observe this is the yolk and this is the albumen. Okay, is it clear? Okay, yeah, good. In this slide, the main thing is here, the eggshell surface has the tiny hole which pass and permit the air to enter inside an egg. Means hair. Come the hair on this. Okay, yolk. So it is an important thing for you when we discuss on the next. Okay. Now, the next slide. We have discussed the yolk and albumin, but what is then and what is the function of the yolk? So we discuss here yolk, yellow part inside an egg. Inside mean enter the egg. When we open the egg, so we observe there is a yellow part. This is the yellow part. Can you observe? Yes, you are observing yellow part of an egg. This part is called yolk. Yellow part inside an egg and its function. We will discuss here. Yellow part inside an egg is called yolk. Good. Yolk is stored food for the embryo. What is the embryo? Embryo is a growing animal inside an egg. Okay? Yolk contain, which thing it's contain? It's contain the nutrients for the growth of the embryo. Okay, the embryo is the growing animal inside the egg. Okay, now we come on this second. Take the screenshot. Everyone take the screenshot of this slide because it's very important. Okay, now the albumin, clear, sticky liquid inside an egg and its function. A clear sticky liquid inside the egg is called albumin or egg white. Okay, it is transparent but it is called egg white. Okay, but scientific name is albumin. The albumin cushions mean protective. Okay, the growing embryo against the shock, protect it from drying out and provide additional nutrients for the growth of embryo. Okay, now here it albumin is a cushion, just like a cushion. When you fight at your home with your sibling, so you use a cushion for your safety, for your protection. Same here. The albumin is like a cushion, and it's protect this yellow part means yolk and embryo. It's protect, okay, from any hit and bounce. Okay. Now come the yolk we have discussed and albumin. Okay. Now we come insect's egg. Okay? Now, we have discussed the two things, yolk and albumin here. And after this, we come on the insect egg. We have discussed the bird's egg. Do you know we have discussed about the classes of the animal? We have already discussed. There are the five classes: fish, amphibian, reptile, birds, and mammals. Many classes of the animal lay eggs. Okay, but here are some insects. Insects, what are the insects? Do you know about the insects? What are these? Is it vertebrate or invertebrate? Insects are invertebrate. Okay, it is invertebrate. Insects are invertebrate. And today we discuss about the eggs of the insect. And all insects lay the egg. Insects usually produce a large number of eggs. The outside of an insect's egg is made of chitin. Okay, chitin is a substance. Okay, this is the same hard material that their outer skeleton is made of. These are the different types of the egg. Have you seen these eggs? Okay. In the previous unit, we have discussed the invertebrate insects. So these all insects, and these are invertebrate insects. Okay. All the insects are invertebrate because they do not have a, yes, backbone. Okay. Now there are the eggs of the insects. You can observe the different shape, size, and color. Okay. Is it clear? Insects egg are here, and they are the different shape, different color, and different size. Okay. Insects lay egg. Insects usually produce a large number of eggs. Nearly all insects lay egg. The outside of an insect's egg is made of chitin. This is the same hard material that their outer skeleton is made of. Okay, insects' eggs are often laid. Okay, often laid on the nutrient underside of leaves. Underside of the leaves. Insects' egg, okay, insects' eggs are often laid on the underside of the leaf. Okay, now come on the next slide. Now take the screenshot of this slide because this content it is not in your content book. Okay, book content. So you can, yes, if you can take the screenshot of this slide. Mammals, we have discussed about the mammals because we have discussed the five classes in the previous unit. Okay, yes, we have discussed about the five classes, which was the fish, amphibian, reptile, birds, and mammal. And mammal group of the animal does not lay eggs. Okay, which group does not lay egg? Only we have discussed the fish. Fish lay egg inside the water. Yeah, into the water. Amphibian also lay the egg under the water. And reptile lay egg. Birds also lay egg, but mammals does not lay egg. They reproduce their babies. Okay, animal reproduce their, yes, animal reproduce by the two ways. Number one, by giving birth to live youngs. Sometimes animal reproduce by giving birth to live youngs and by laying egg. Mostly animal produce egg. Okay. Now, fish. Fish are here. We have discussed about the fish. Fish lay many eggs. Okay. Fish lay many eggs because they do not protect them. The eggs can be damaged or eaten by other animals in the water. So these eggs, fish not look after these eggs. So these are protected by a jelly-like substance. Eggs can be damaged or eaten by the other animals in the water. Okay. Now here are the eggs laid by the fish and amphibians. Fish and amphibians both lay eggs inside the water protected by a jelly-like substance. Jelly-like substance is there. You can observe there is a jelly-like substance. It's protect the inside embryo and tadpole and whatever. Okay. Now substance because they do not protect them. Okay. Eggs do not have a shell around them and they may dry out in the air. The embryo that is growing inside the egg get its food from the yolk and albumin. Listen again. The embryo that is growing inside the embryo that is growing inside the egg get its food gets its food when receive or get okay receive its food from the yolk and albumin. Okay, do you know about the yolk and albumin? These are the parts of the egg which is present inside the egg. The yellow part of the egg is called the yolk, and albumin is a sticky and transparent part, yeah, egg white is also called the albumin. Okay, good. Now come on the next slide. These are the eggs produced by different animals. You can observe there are the pictures of the different type of the animals. Some reptiles lay hard shell egg and some lay soft and leathery or rubbery eggs. The eggs of fish and amphibians are very soft. They do not have a shell around them. Okay, they do not have a eggs of fish and amphibian are very soft. They do not have a shell around them and they may be dry out in the air. And now there are some other animals which we have discussing here. Just like our insects are invertebrate, insects' eggs are often laid on the underside of the leaf. When you turn the page and lower side when you observe. So you say you observe there are the little bit or small egg are there. Okay. Insects' eggs are often laid on the underside of the leaves. Okay. Now, eggs laid by a snake have leathery shell. Egg laid by the snake have leathery shell. Leathery and sometimes the rubbery we can say this word. The egg, okay, now this is the frog. Its egg, I know you have a lots of information about this. The eggs of the fish and amphibians. Amphibian means frog is an example of the amphibians. Yes, frog is an example of the amphibian. They lay egg under the water. Okay, yeah, in the water. They have a jelly-like substance that is protected by a jelly-like substance because they cannot look after their eggs. So they protected by a jelly-like substance. Okay, frog lay eggs. Okay, now the next, the the embryo inside a chicken's egg take 21 days to hatch. Means different type of the animal take the different days or different time period for the hatching. Incubate word is there and the birds. Birds, only birds. We have discussed the more classes of the animal. Hmm? Yes, we have discussed the fish, amphibian, reptile and birds. Only birds incubate their eggs. Incubate means provide the heat. Okay, sit on their egg and provide the required heat for the embryo or growing animal inside an egg. So only birds incubate their egg. Now, there are the some scientific terms which are not new now because we have already discussed all the things. But now we have because these are the new for you. So I am again repeat embryo. The embryo is a growing animal inside the egg. Take the screenshot of this. Maybe the terms will come in your paper or exam so you can easily learn. Okay, yolk. Yellow part inside an egg. Inside the egg, there is a yellow part for the yolk. Okay. Albumin. Egg white is for the albumin. It cushions the growing embryo against the shock. Okay. Albumin and yolk of an egg contain all the nutrients needed for the growth of the embryo. Okay. And incubate. This word is new for you. Incubate. Yes. Incubate means, do you know about the incubate? Yes. Incubate means provide the heat. And birds sit on their eggs and provide the required heat. Birds sit on their eggs in order to keep them warm, okay, and bring them to hatching. Now, chitin. This is the last term is chitin. The outside of an insect egg is made of chitin. Chitin is a hard material that their outer skeleton is made of. Okay? Okay. Now, there is an activity. In this activity, page number 29, everyone open your book, page number 29. Yes, when you open the book page number 29, so there is an activity. This picture you can observe. Okay, on that page, this picture you can easily observe. Okay, now there is an egg, transparent eggshell. This is the transparent eggshell. Activity number 1, page number 29. We need an egg. There is the egg. Vinegar. Vinegar means sirka. Okay, this is the vinegar. A clear glass jar. You can observe there is a glass jar and a spoon. Okay, you can take the spoon for this experiment. Very carefully. For the method I'm explaining, everyone listen. Very carefully place the whole egg in a glass jar. Pour the vinegar over the egg until it is completely submerged. Cover the jar and put it in the refrigerator for about 24 hours. Take the jar out of the fridge and use a spoon to remove the most of the vinegar, taking care not to poke or bump the egg. Pour fresh vinegar over the egg and keep it in the refrigerator for another 24 hours. Continue to do this, okay, until the egg shell become completely transparent. Gently scoop out the egg white spoon. What can you see when you perform this practical? In this picture you can observe, we take the egg inside this glass or jar and we add the vinegar in it. Okay, vinegar is an acid. Okay, we add the pour the vinegar in this jar, and after 24 hours you can observe there are the bubbles on the surface of the eggshell. Can you observe? Yes, there are the tiny bubbles on the surface of the eggshell. It means they have a holes, you know? Yes, we have a holes because there are the tiny bubbles which show the air is come and out from these shell. Okay. Now, and after the practical, you can observe they look like a rubbery. Okay, it will become a soft. Okay, and you can easily touch. You can poke it. Okay, and now here is a membrane. You observe. Can you observe? There is a membrane. In a conclusion, each part of the egg is separated by a thin membrane because the egg yolk and albumin not mixed together. Why they do not mix together? Because they have a thin membrane. Okay, they have a thin membrane. This membrane is very helpful for the growing embryo. Okay, it keeps out the dirt, germs, while air can enter in an egg. Just air can enter in it from this tissue like membrane. Okay, this is a very important for the egg or for the growing embryo because growing embryo get the oxygen. Okay, they need the oxygen, so oxygen can easily pass through this membrane and the embryo take oxygen, which is very important for their life. Okay, in this experiment, place an egg in a jar, pour vinegar over the egg until it is completely submerged. Keep the jar in fridge. Pour fresh vinegar. Pour fresh vinegar over the egg until the eggshell becomes completely transparent. Okay, each part of the egg is separated. It is an important thing for you. Okay, each part, that is the conclusion. Okay, because it is a result of this practical or this activity. Okay, each part of the egg is separated by a thin membrane. This membrane is very helpful for the growing embryo. It keeps out dirt, germs, while air can enter in an egg. Everyone come on the conclusion. Now, in this conclusion, we discuss all the things. Reproduction. Do you know about the reproduction? Reproduction mean all living things. All living things mean all animal, all humans and plants. Okay. Reproduction means all living things make copies by themselves. Everyone learn this definition. Okay. Because it's so simple and easier for you. Reproduction means all living things make copies by themselves. Clear? And we have discussed in this unit the bird's egg. Okay? Bird's egg. We have discussed parts of an egg. Parts of an egg means three part we have discussed. The outermost covering of a shell is called outermost covering is egg. Yes, is called shell. Good. And the yellow part inside an egg is called yolk. And the sticky liquid inside an egg is called albumin. That is the scientific name. So everyone learn these parts. Okay, yolk, albumin. Okay, and yolk turn into a embryo. Okay, parts of an egg we have discussed. And albumin is just like a cushion. Remember, okay, it's protect the yolk and embryo. Albumin protect yolk and embryo. Embryo is a growing animal inside an egg. Now we have discussed the outermost covering of egg is called shell. Okay. Now incubate. Incubate means provide the required heat. Okay. And embryo. Now second last is embryo. What is embryo? Do you know about it? Growing animal, shabash. Growing animal inside an egg is called embryo. Very good. Now chitin. Yes, this is a same hard material that their outer skeleton is made of. The outside of an insect egg is made of chitin. Okay, chitin is a hard material. Okay, the outside of an insect egg is made of chitin. This is the same hard material that their outer skeleton is made of. Okay, all things will be clear. Now, the home task. In a home task, everyone open your book page number 28. Okay, and 29 are also here. Have you taken the slide picture? All the slide you will save and then you will delete. Okay, first you save and do your work, then you will delete. Okay, define the following terms. You can easily write from the help of the slide. Okay, incubate, embryo, albumin, chitin, and reproduction. Okay, these terms you can define very easily. 5 terms are here, which we have already discussed in the content. So you can take the help from the slide, and book also have a content. So you can take the help from your book. Okay. Exercise A answers the following question in your fair copy. Okay. All the answers you will write in your copy. Okay. Fair copy. B, exercise B, fill in the blanks in your book. अपनी book में, yes, you can solve on your book. Not write in your copy. Fill in the blanks. You have 6 blanks. Okay. In a B section, you have a 6 blanks, so you can label the 6 blank on your book. Okay. And C, drawing question, diagram question is there in your fair copy. You will draw the picture in your fair copy and label these parts: axial, albumin, and yolk. Okay, it is in your book. So when you will open the book page number 28, so you can take the help from this and you can write in your fair copy. Now activity we have discussed. This activity you will write in your copy according to the slide. Okay, when yes, you will attempt and you can do this activity in your home. Okay, because it is very easy for you, and you can easily observe the eggshell, how they transparent, and where is the membrane, and what is the function of the membrane. You can easily observe this activity, so you can perform this activity in your home, but very carefully, because the vinegar is acid. So you can use this activity at your home with your parents permission. Okay. Now, the activity number 2, solve the puzzle in book. There are the cross and down sentences. Solve this cross puzzle on book page number 28. You can write the term just like a 1, 4, 5 across, and in a down 2 and 3. Okay. Open your book page number 29. There is a cross puzzle. In a computer you solve commonly, है ना? Yes, same here. You can solve this puzzle from these hands. Okay. Allah Hafiz.